In this video, I'll show you how to implement the drag and drop feature of Universal Inventory System, drag and drop of items, and info messaging system. So, in order to implement to enable a drop of items, either by some key click combination or drag and dropping, you gotta go to front-end panel manager and just click on can drop items. So just check that. Once you check that, you'll see that you can set item drop key and game object near to which the items are going to be dropped, and in some radius within that radius items will get dropped. So I set that radius to 1.5 and assign my player game object and press R as a key for dropping. And now when I go, for example, on crafting, on inventory, and try to just drop an item, you'll see that it gets spawned near this black particle thingy, near my player, in other words. I'll collect a couple of more items, and again, when I drop them, this time I drop them holding R on my keyboard and left clicking, because I set R as a key for dropping an item. It also got dropped. So there are two ways of dropping that, either by drag and dropping on the floor from panel, or by holding R on your keyboard and left clicking an item. Also, to be able to do this, you must set all the prefabs under item manager, so prefabs of all the items. And these prefabs must have item collect script attached to it and collider, be it box collider, circle collider, box collider 2D, circle collider 2D, sphere collider. It doesn't really matter. Okay, and now we are going to implement info messaging system in our project, and pickup, and we're going to enable a pickup text. So when we trigger an item, that it asks us whether or not we want to collect item such and such. It's a pretty nice feature to have, and almost every game that I played that implements inventory has it. So I just created some text. I set the colors to green and some transitional effects like fade in for displaying and fade out for hiding. And now when I go to a certain item, you'll see that there is a text that slowly fades in and fades out when you trigger exit that same item. But since I don't want it to be that slow, I don't want to wait for 1 second for text to load, I'll just set none for animations and change its color to orange, for example, because I don't like green. And now when you trigger an item, you'll see that you get some text. Press H to collect X, or to collect a key, and when you press an H, the item really gets picked up. As you can see, I now picked up regular sword 1 and bone by pressing an H while triggering it. So it's pretty straightforward. And why H? Because I set it to an H. You can set it, for example, to letter P, and then when you press a P on your, or X, and when you press X on your keyboard while triggering an item, it will get collected. And now if I, so that's just for pickup text, but you can also implement info messaging system. That's a system that is used for displaying some warning and info messages in our game. For example, if you try to relocate an item to a panel that does not support item of a certain type, for example, when you try to drag and drop an item to a crafting panel, it will from some other panel, it will write a text saying that you cannot do that because crafting panel does not allow drag and drops from other panels, for example. Or if you try to drag and drop some item that is stackable but it's not equipable to equipable panel, in other words, if you try to equip it but it's not equipable, and you have info messaging system implemented, it will also alert you a message on your screen saying that you cannot do that. For example, right now I tried to drag and drop a bone on crafting panel, and bone is not a craftable item, but even if it is, you cannot drop it on crafting panel, since crafting panel only it pulls the items stored in database in craftable items table. It's only meant for displaying, not for storing. It's meant for crafting, in other words. That's how crafting system works. It only displays craftable items, and when you click on them, if you have enough ingredients, you can craft them. That's it. That's just basically some register, and that's all. Then I have another example, as I said, for equipment. So you cannot drop item key to equipment because not equipable, and so on. And you can just all these settings under front-end panel manager. So for example, if you want inventory to forbid storing stackable items, you can just uncheck can store usable items or something like that. So as I said in the previous videos, it's everything is modular, and you can set different properties for different panels depending on what you need in your own project and your needs.